Hi friends, this is Sujeevana. Today I am here in front of you to explain software process models, but also nothing but software development methodologies. Introduction of software development methodologies. Software development is a complicated process comprising many stages. Of course, to create a software project, we have to cross many steps. Each step needs to be followed to complete the project successfully. Several software development approaches have been used since the origin of information technology in two main categories. They are traditional and agile. Yeah, software development life cycle. Now let us know how the software development has been originated. Yeah. Software development life cycle is contained of 6 steps. The first step is to analyze, second one quote and approve, mock up, create, stage and test, and the last one is releasing the project into the market. Traditional software development process. Traditional development. Each phase of the development process is properly documented and reviewed in this approach. This approach works best for the projects in large enterprises where the specifications and requirements must be clearly defined. Waterfall model, spiral model, and V model are the three widely used models under the traditional approach. Now comes the waterfall model. In this waterfall model, the first step is analysis. In this analysis, software developer goes to the customer and gets the requirements for the project. Second step is requirements specification. Project specification and brief. About the requirements, if there will be a deep discussion, and the third step is design. According to the requirements, they will design a project and here the blueprint will be created about the project, and the fourth step is implementation. Under implementation it comes iterations used in the project. After using iterations, the project is demoed and gets free feedback, and the fifth step is testing and integration. After once the demo is completed, testing will be done, and if bugs were found, they will be debugged. And the sixth step is operation and maintenance. After one's completion of this project, the maintenance should be required. The project should not work once and stop. It should work continuously. At last, the final product comes. First model developed for the software development is the waterfall model. In waterfall approach, the whole process of software development is divided into separate phases. The outcome of one phase acts as the input for the next phase sequentially. It illustrates the software development as a linear sequential flow and also referred to as linear sequential life cycle model. Here comes the spiral model. In the spiral model, the project can be solved using 5 stages. And the first stage is determine objectives, same as collecting requirements, plan the next iteration, means making blueprint. And the third step is development and testing, writing code and testing the code. And the fourth step is identifying and resolving risks. It's nothing but testing and solving the bugs. Spiral model. Spiral model is designed with an aim to reduce the risk involved in any phase. It is often referred to as risk-driven model. It is called risk-driven model because wherever the problem arises, once we can go back to that step and we can rectify the error. Whereas in waterfall model, once the step is completed and freeze, we can't go back to the waterfall model particular step once again. This is the main difference between the waterfall model and the spiral model. This was the first model which explained why the iteration matters. It produces the prototyping in a software development process in order to rectify the risks. Now here comes the V model. In this V model we can see 7 steps and it is divided into 2 parts. One is project definition and the second one is project test and integration. Now we can see here is given by time arrow mark. It states that compared to waterfall model and spiral model, in this V model, the implementation step takes more time. Here in the project definition, three steps comes under project definition. Concept of operations, and the second one is requirements, and the third one is detailed design. Now we can know about the concept of operations. Operations means under what operations we are going to perform the software project, and the second one is similar to us and familiar to us, that is collecting of requirements, and the third one is making of blueprint. And next, after making the blueprint, we have to implement the blueprint. It takes a lot of time in the V model. It consumes lot of time. This time arrow mark states that the implementation step takes lot of time in this V model. And the project and test integration includes three steps, and they are integration and test, system and verification, operation and maintenance. The V model process executes in sequential model as waterfall model. It is often referred to as verification and validation method. V model is best suited for the projects that must maintain a strict deadline and meet the milestones throughout the process. Agile software development process. Agile software development process. Agile methodology promotes the continuous iteration of building and testing throughout the software development. The difference between the rest of the development processes and the agile software development is the agile development process provides building and testing process. Means once we can complete the step, we can test and rectify the errors there itself. But in waterfall model, up to the completion of the every step, we can't go back and rectify the errors. This is the main advantage of agile software development. Requirements and solutions evolve through collaboration between self-organizing and cross-functional teams. It works on the principle of custom satisfaction by rapid delivery of usual software project. If we want to develop a agile software process, we need a framework, and we use Scrum framework for the agile process model. In this agile process model, the Scrum model has 6 steps. The first step starts with preparation, update product backlog, sprint planning, daily Scrum daily work, sprint review, sprint retrospective, and the product increment. At last, the product is released through this framework. Scrum model. Scrum model is one of the agile development methods. This model relies on the self-organizing cross-functional team. In the Scrum model, teams are supported by two specific roles. The first is a Scrum Master, who can be thought of a coach for the team. The second one is owner, who represents the clients. Clients are nothing but customers. Extreme programming model. Extreme programming model has 5 steps: project requirements, stories, test cases, tasks, and completion. Extreme programming model. It is intended to improve the software quality and responsiveness to changing customer requirements. Introduces a number of basic principles and practices on the top of the Agile programming framework. Improve productivity due to the frequent communication between the customer and the programmers. And from here, I'm gonna close this video. Thank you. Hope you would have understood. Thank you once again.